Well, after my complaints over the weekend about WWE feeling very stale at the minute, WWE took something that was stale, had been stale for a while. I mean, a while. The New Day had been stale. And over the last 6 months, they've been building something. A lot of us thought that it would be Xavier turning heel on Kofi, or maybe they'd swerve and Kofi would turn heel on Xavier. And last week, they did a really, really good fucking segment with Kofi and Woods, where they was just giving each other shit about their accomplishments and how they failed when they'd achieved those accomplishments. For example, Kofi Kingston losing the WWE Championship to Brock Lesnar in 6 seconds, and Xavier Woods basically wasting King of the Ring, okay? This week, it was the New Day 10-year anniversary celebration. And we had both Kofi and Woods in the ring with Adam Pearce. Adam didn't stay long, thank God he left. And they started thanking the crowd. Thank you. We couldn't have done this without you. They was being very grateful for their run, their success as the New Day. And then they started to basically tell us that they're not going to be the New Day anymore. But before they was able to tell us that the New Day are breaking up, a Big E comes out. And Wade Barrett says this is the first time we've seen Big E on Raw or SmackDown in 4 years. And I just thought, excuse me, 4 years? He was on SmackDown in 2022. It was, I think his last appearance when he got injured was February or March in 2022. It was right before WrestleMania 38, right? But anyway, Big E comes out and he's basically saying, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And he says that he's going to be there every single week to manage the New Day and make sure that they get back to being positive again and being the old New Day, right? Now, you saw the change in Woods and Kofi's faces. You saw the changes. They both looked very annoyed, pissed off. And they had some real points to make, actually. They had some real points to make because Big E said that he'd been watching them tear each other apart and now he's had enough. And Woods says, Now you want to come back and help us? After everything we've been through for the last 6 months, you want to show up now? And Big E's, well, I've got a broken neck. Kofi says, so what? So what? Stone Cold Steve Austin got a broken neck, he came back. Who was the fuck? Kurt Angle, he got a broken neck, he came back. They even mentioned Edge, which was a shocking fucking reference there. Edge broke his neck, he came back. You are too busy with your new girlfriend and your desk job that you don't care about us anymore. And Big E tried pleading his case. It's not the case at all. He's been with doctors. They say, no, we've been hearing this for years. You've not even had surgery. Woods talks about that he had Achilles heel torn off the bone, and he was back in, I think he said 6 months, maybe a bit longer, I'm not sure. And he needed surgery. So they told Big E that he's probably never medically going to be cleared and to leave the ring. And very eventually, Big E left the ring. Kofi and Woods stood there. They looked at each other. They says, it's just me and you now. And they shook hands. Now the New Day, Xavier and Woods. No. What the fuck did I just say? Xavier and Kofi are now heels. Now, to run back to where I said what I said at the start of the video, that they were stale, and they was stale, heavily stale. Lots of us were sick of the New Day because what are you going to do with them at this point? What are you going to do with the New Day to make them interesting again as a team? And WWE have gone and made them interesting again as a team. I cannot wait to see what happens next week. And that is how I should feel, because over the last few months I've been feeling, okay, cool, let's see what happens next week, I guess. Without any real care. This I care about. Very much so. It made me emotional watching them run down Big E, right? Because if you suspend your disbelief for a second and you imagine it's real, right? Even though it's not, but if you imagine it is, you really feel for Big E. You really do. Right? He just wanted to come out there, help his friends, and his friends said, no, fuck you, goodbye. But they did have points to make, because he said he'd been watching them. Now, if he was available to be a manager for him, why didn't he do that loads fucking earlier? Instead, he decided to do it at the time where they said, we've had enough. So they had points to make. They had real points to make. WWE took something that we thought was going to be one way or the other, and they twisted it completely and gave us something that only a couple of people had an idea about. I saw a couple of people online, I can't remember their names, so I can't credit them, it certainly wasn't me, that says that Xavier and Kofi should turn on Big E. And I thought, nah, they ain't gonna do that. Why'd they do that? But they did that. And I'm glad they did do that. I'm glad they did do that, because a heel New Day is something I think would definitely be great for them, and they've got great skills when it comes to promo and emotion. Both of them, Kofi and Woods. So I can't wait to see what they do going forward, okay? Now, as for everything else on Raw, I ain't got enough time to talk about that today. Seth Rollins, I mean, you guys know how I feel about Seth Rollins. Drew McIntyre's back. That's fucking fantastic. The AEW ratings, I saw them 500 something thousand. I mean, who fucking cares? What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say apart from fucking, I told you so. Who cares? But let me know what you think in the comments below, man, about this New Day stuff, because this has really intrigued me, and I can't wait to see what they do going forward. Like, subscribe, follow me on X at DCrossman25. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.